Sorry for the interruption, but I have to share something with you. Because if you've ever run a Run Disney race and spent the whole time worrying about the balloon ladies catching you, you're not alone, and I've got something for you. I'm hosting a free challenge called the 30 Day to Faster Kickstart. It's designed to help Run Disney runners drop 1 minute per mile in the next 30 days without burnout, without guessing your pace, and it's 100% run walk friendly. We start May 22nd. It's just 3 runs a week and it's totally free. Head to the link in the show notes or DM me faster on Instagram, runDisneyDPT, and I'll send you the link. Hey, how's it going? Today I'm talking about why traditional marathon plans don't work for slow runners. This is Running to the Castle, a podcast for injury-prone Run Disney runners on a journey to running magical miles. Join me, Dr. Allie, as I share the secrets I've gathered as a runner, doctor of physical therapy, and coach. You'll learn the exact ways I get my clients to the castle strong without feeling broken or held together with KT tape as they cross the finish line. Okay, if you've ever followed a popular training plan, like the free Run Disney plan, and ended up feeling exhausted, hurting, or doubting yourself by race day, this episode is for you because the problem isn't you. The problem is the plan wasn't built for your body. The most popular training plan for Disney Marathon, Dopey, or Goofy, and even other ones that are written for those races, they assume you'll recover quickly. They assume your long runs won't take more than 2 to 3 hours. They assume you can add strength, cross-training, and midweek miles without burning out. But if you're a slow runner, your long runs take longer. That means your recovery takes longer, and the plan's weekly schedule does not account for that. If you follow it as written, you're not building strength, you're just layering on fatigue. And here's the kicker. Some of these plans, including that popular Run Disney plan, they have you run a full marathon 3 to 4 weeks before race day. And I can't tell you how many of my runners tell me that they had been wiped out before race day, feeling like they'd already used up everything before they even got to the start line. You don't need to run a marathon before you run a marathon. You don't need to take the test to study for the test. As an example, so I'm a physical therapist. In the US, we become board certified. It's a national board certification. It's one of those really intense exams. And when I was preparing for that, yes, I took practice exams, but I didn't take full-length 300-question practice test over and over and over again. Instead, I focused on practicing under the conditions that I would face on the day of the test. So staying focused for 6 hours, managing my attention span and stamina for 6 hours, just building the confidence that I would have the same brain power at hour 6 that I did at hour 1. And it wasn't about doing the entire test over and over again. It was about practicing for the experience of taking it. The same is true for the marathon. It's not about running 26.2 miles before race day. It's about preparing your body to handle the time you'll be on your feet, not just the distance. So if you're going to be out there for 6.5 hours on marathon day, your 20-mile long run doesn't have to match miles, or your long run doesn't have to match miles. Make it match the time. That's why my clients in Stronger, Faster, Finisher, their longest run is 20 miles if they're doing the marathon. That way you're training, you're fueling, you're pacing, your mental stamina without pounding your joints with all the unnecessary extra miles. In previous years, I had this client who, before she started working with me, followed a plan that had her stacking on more and more miles. She ran super high weekly miles, like all of these other plans say to do. And she pushed for more long runs. And every time she'd show up to race day, she was exhausted, she was sore, she was worried something would hurt. She even went to her doctor the year before she started working with me. She had knee pain, and her doctor said, "Well, I'd rather you be a little undertrained than overtrained." And she admitted to me, she was like, "I didn't understand that. Why would I want to be undertrained?" Because, she didn't feel prepared. She felt worn down. She was scared that pain would stop her mid-race. So doesn't she want to train for that? And when we worked together, we changed her approach completely, pulled back the mileage and trained for duration. So not just the number on the plan. We focused on showing her body she could handle the time without wearing out her joints, which ended up making her having more energy on race day. She didn't have lingering pain, and she was confident. She ended up getting faster for Dopey. She was faster in her 5K, her 10K, her half, and her marathon. Her marathon, of course, as one would expect, wasn't a massive gap in change, but her 5K and her 10K were, and she walked those. And she did character stops. That's what a smarter training plan does. It doesn't just build your fitness, it builds your time on your feet so you prove that you can do it without adding more wear and tear to your joints. So, here's my tip for you this week. If you're feeling wrecked after your long runs, thinking that, oh, it's because I'm out of shape, instead of adding more miles or resting by collapsing on the couch the next day or for the whole next week, try this. Make your recovery active and strategic. So after your long run, focus on things like gentle foam rolling, some stretching. Take a hot Epsom salt bath. That is one of my absolute favorite things to do after any kind of hard workout, whether it be a hard strength workout, a long run. Get a professional massage. Or if you've had one recently, maintain the work that the massage therapist did with a massage gun. It's not extra, it's part of training. And that's what some of the other training plans don't talk about. It just has miles written on the training plan. It says nothing about what to do afterward. Your body rebuilds during recovery, not during the run itself. It actually breaks down during the run itself. And this is something I work on all the time. Been working on it for years. Even when I was playing soccer as a child, I knew that to feel better and ready for my next round of whatever I was doing, I needed to incorporate that active recovery after that workout, after that soccer practice, during soccer camp. And I incorporate that into Stronger, Faster, Finisher so that you can balance how you're increasing your mileage with how you're recovering so that you have the energy to show up on race day feeling strong, not depleted. Because running slower doesn't mean you need to train harder. It means you need to train smarter. You're not failing because the plan feels too hard. The plan is failing you because it wasn't written for you. So if you want to do it differently this time around, the waitlist for Stronger, Faster, Finisher is open. Go ahead and see the link in the show notes to join today. If you're feeling nervous about whether you can actually cross the finish line at Dopey, if you've been training hard but still wondering, will I really make it? I want you to know there's a better way. Stronger, Faster, Finisher is built for runners just like you. The slow, injury-prone, not really a runner, runners who aren't chasing a podium. You're chasing a personal record in fun. You want those castle photos, those character stops, that pineapple cider at the finish line without feeling broken, defeated, or like you barely survived. Inside Stronger, Faster Finisher, you'll build your training smarter with the right mileage, the right pacing, and the right recovery. So you don't just survive dopey, you'll finish it strong, proud, and smiling, exactly the way you imagined. The waitlist is now open. You can grab your spot through the link in the show notes. As always, thanks so much for listening. That's all for now. Talk to you soon.